Okay, here we are, and it's Tuesday. I was going to say it's on Wednesday, but it isn't. It is just a week that is dragging because the earth is burning. But we are here in Frog God Games' Necropolis. But I actually think this is getting published under Necromancer Games. Is it Frog God Games? It used to be Necromancer Games? I'm confused. I think it's Frog God Games that's doing this one. Yes, it is. And tonight, we are going to be concentrating on that far wing over there. We are going to colour this room floor. We're going to actually work on this corridor here and how it merges. This room is described as being just smooth white. And so I want to get this white to blend with this corridor here. And this corridor to blend with the red somehow. Now I could do this corridor in a completely different colour. I could even make this corridor white, but that's not the description, right? So we're gonna roll with this, and we're gonna just get these nice little blend points in. I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna work on that. Get this corridor in. It's bugging the crap out of me that I have coloured in this room, and it shouldn't be. So I'm gonna probably undo that little bit right there because it's killing me, Smalls. It's killing me. And then we're going to work on this. We're going to work on this floor, the vampire harem. Now, it's described as being all smelly and shit. I almost, as I was reading the description, I almost expected them to sort of say, and the floor is soil. In fact, you can even see the sky cam above me. Like, I'll zoom in, like this room right here. I think it's 23 or something. Let's zoom in. 22. Room 22. It's even got a whole bunch of like coffins and shit scattered about it. I mean, look at it. So from the description, I was like, oh, this is like a graveyard. But it's kind of not. So I've poshified it a little bit. I put some like little design tiles in here. But I want to now colour this in. And I'm going to go for, I think, blood red greens. But like a putrid green, you know, dark green. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. So that will finish this wing here. Then, of course, we've got to do the background, but the background we can work on another day. It can be worked on separately, no biggie. So I'm not sort of too worried about that. I'm going to start with this here. I gotta delete this floor. It's bugging me. I mean, it makes no difference because we're going to colour over the top of it. But it was offending me that it almost looked like it was finished when I know it's not. And we'll just this gets us warmed up, okay? This just gets us warmed the hell up. Where's my eraser? Where? There we go. Whoa, nearly. That's kind of a funky looking eraser, but okay. Some serious Photoshop lag going on here. Serious Photoshop lag. I'm gonna trust that it's gonna settle itself down. Okay. So we've got them. Oh, I've got a little select. Hold on a sec. I think that's part of the problem. Let's give it to you. Okay. There. I find that slightly less offensive. And in fact, you know what? While we're here, this is not what we're here for, but just we have to come in and colour all of these properly. You can see that it's looking pretty horrid right there. But that's okay, Just give us a sense for what that's going to look like up there. Looking pretty good. Okay, back to where we're meant to be working. Which is here. Now, we do have a little bit of work to do. So let's get our clone tool. Like so. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And I think let's make sure I haven't got a select on here. Come on. Come on. Deselect. Okay. Clone. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now we're getting a little bit of juice. Good. Good, 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 good. Alright, what about you? What about you? In fact, let's pick you up from there. There we go. Alright. Now here, yeah, in fact, I didn't even do the corridor. I think I am going to do the corridor. I wasn't sure how I was going to handle it, but I think I am going to actually do the corridor. So let's just grab a piece that we've done already. Let's move that into here. And then we're going to do a little bit of blending those in. Alright, and I think you and you can merge. And then you. Coloring floor. And then what we're going to do is still, I think, with the clone tool. Let's just get a little bit of this action going on. Alright. Now there's an archway. I think the archway is here. We're going to have to draw the archway. I got to decide if I'm okay with these floor colors sort of butting up against each other. And I think I am. But let's go to a brush. I'm going to draw in some of our ink floors. And let's bring our size. Let's bring our size. Oh, you know what? Let's actually try using this one. The ultimate inking thick and thin. And I think I'm going to do 20 pixels. I'm going to make this pretty light. And instead of doing pure black, I'm actually going to lighten it up a little bit, like these lines here. Let's try that. Hey, Cape Geek. Long time no see, my friend. Oh, let me get my glove on. Ink floor. Okay, so let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. And I think what I'm going to do is, you see how I'm now drawing the grey from the block next to it? We're going to kind of blend these in. By the way, you might be able to hear this freaking cat in the background. Apparently he's just losing his shit. Yeah, you hear that? Alright, just instead of it being such a hard connection, a little bit more of a softer join. A little bit more natural before we start getting into here. And I'm definitely going to, I think, draw in some of these sand bits in the middle here too, just so we have a good sense of how things are looking. But right now... So I don't want to do something similar here. Like maybe, okay, so this is one large slab, but then they actually started to introduce slabs as we get towards here. Maybe a little bit softer here. So right underneath the archway, which we have yet to draw. I think one of the things tricks we could do here too is actually do like sand drifts and stuff and cobwebs and shit like that here, especially between pillars and things, and that will help soften off any sort of hard lines. Alright, let's get a little bit of colour. Let's do you. I nominate you. Make sure I'm on the colouring floor. I am. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, now there was a little bit of touch up that I needed to do here. Right here. My plan is actually honestly to flip this entire section. Flip it up into this section right here. I'll probably do this right now. And then we could come over the top and actually just make sure everything is personalized and like detailed up right there. So let's do it right now. Alex Fixer, good to see you. How have you been? We don't actually need this much, but I'm gonna take this much. Let's copy that. Let's paste that. Let's edit, transform. I always get this wrong. Flip horizontal. My brain always wants to say, so this is where the mirror's at. But I don't think that's literally it. So I think I'm gonna do vertical. I got it right. There we go. Let's get that dropped in there. Oh, old characters and games. Oh, now there is a subject. Oh, there is a subject. What the hell is going on with this? Like old groups, that type of thing. Why is this? Like, this feels a little out of whack. I don't know why. Where's my grid? My grid is there. Oh, this is out of whack. This is definitely out of whack. Oh, yeah. There's my grid. Okay, gives me something to align to. I got a bit of a gap. Well, this corridor is not exactly the same dimensions as the corridor below. That's what. Well, actually, that does look narrower, doesn't it? Oh well. Man, but yeah, talking about old games, GMing and stuff, what got you down that sort of reminiscing street, down memory lane, if you don't mind me asking? sure all of my intersections are lining up here. I'm not super. Yeah, they are. Okay, we're good. Let's merge. There. So, why does merging those layers? That was weird. It completely turned something off. Anyway, coloring floor. Yeah, back away from that one. Some of my old villains still have the players they faced react with hate and spite with much flailing and gnashing of teeth. I've been playing since 83, something like that. It's not the longest in the world by any stretch. I had the good fortune to have a D&D group that I was then with until 1998, which is when I left England. So it's easily 17, 18 years of my life with the same group. And we would run these long campaigns, let's say for 2 years, 3 years, playing every weekend, right? Playing every weekend, 8-10 hour days. You get a lot of gaming in that time. And then one GM would flip out, another GM would come in, you know, we'd run for a short game of Mech Warrior, whatever, for 3 months, and then we'd get back into our next big monster game. And when I would flip in as a GM, which was, let's say, it felt like every 3 to 4 years, I would, like, jump in with a mega game. I would base it in the same world. And it was a world of my creation, but I'd base it in the same world. So I had a lot of that. Continued characters, even daughters of former villains and things pulling forward. You know, we had the players bringing in different characters, but like the world, the history, they were directly shaping it. It was their world as much as it was mine. And yeah, if I sit down and start thinking about that, that's hard to replace, you know? That is hard to replace. Easily start wandering down memory lane on that. Where's my clone tool? Where's my clone tool? There. I feel like something funny has gone on with this guy. I should probably pull this corridor in. But no. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Alright, I'm going to come back to the corridor. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I think it would be kind of cool to do the outside brick here, just with our base color, just so we get a sense of what it's looking like, as much as I would like to do the outside of that one as well. I'm not going to do it as detailed as this that we did last night, not yet. What is the easiest way of me doing that? Because my coloring of the brick is on a smart object, and I can't directly edit that from this screen. You started at 8. Ooh, that's nice and early. Your babysitter couldn't get out of her game, so she took you with her? That is what a great introduction. That's fantastic. And I had a later group for 12 years. That is... what a great start. What a way to get introduced to the game. That's causing me to crease up here. That is awesome. Do I bring my coloring of walls back into this and then throw it back out as a smart layer just to make this quick? I think I'm going to. Alright, wall coloring. How do I do that? I've already converted it to a smart object. Relink to file. Is that what I do? Relink to file? Or convert to layers? Should I convert it to a layer and see what happens? Let's just hit save first. Let's do a save. Alright, saving down there. That is gonna take a while. Okay. cool story, Photoshop. That is fantastic. 1%. All right. Don't like work yourself into an early grave here. So I'm working off a mechanical drive right now. I've been out of building computers sufficiently long where I didn't actually realize the technology had moved on as fast as it actually has. I do have a solid state as well, but it's only 500 gig. It's my main drive, and then I've got a 2 terabyte secondary drive, something like that, which is the mechanical part. Because my files and everything are so darn big, I tend to work off that drive. So it's slower. It's 10 years old, I guess. I didn't realize this whole NVMe 2.0 or whatever, I didn't realize that was a thing. But my next computer's going to have one. It's going to have 2. And I'm very curious about how fast it's going to handle this file. I don't think I have to wait for that. I'm not going to wait on that. Wall coloring. I don't want to rasterize a layer. Is it rasterize? I know rasterize will do the same thing, but can I just convert to layer? What does convert to layer do? I don't know. Convert smart object to layer. I think that's going to revert it. So, okay. The reason why I'm doing this is so I can color it right here. Beautiful. Boom. Done. Let's try this now. So if we get our wall or ink for the wall and we select it, if I haven't got any holes, this will be quick. And by hole, I mean they're not complete blocks and it will suddenly select outside the block. But let's do this. I've got a hole. Look at that. I'm gonna have to skip that brick. I tried not to have holes either. Yeah, that's gone all funny. Alright, we're gonna deselect that last one. Let's continue. And one of these is bad. One of these is bad. I just saw it, so I'm gonna skip both of them. Now we've got to come back through and we are going to have to hand color every brick at a later date. But I just want to get the base coloring in here, just so we're not looking at the sand of the background. Oh no, great, that one worked. Oh, that one worked. Okay, they're slowing down a little bit, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We are going to select our base color. We are then going to fill our wall coloring. Boom. Now we're going to go back to our ink wall. And we're going to select a few more. I want to get this section like done in a draft format. We'll color these in by hand. This is just a quicker way to get our core stuff done. Hey, Phantom Jen! Phantom Jen at work? Love you, girl. Team Melissa. Mwah. Didn't know you're at work, huh? Stay safe, Jen. Phantom Jen works in the airline industry. So obviously with everything going on in the world right now, that's a interesting industry to be working in. I honestly feel a bit like a pussy in comparison, you know? My day job is literally where you see me right now. It's at the same desk, staring at the same computer. Slightly different thing. I'm not colouring in wall bricks for the day job. That'd be kind of cool. The whole stream won't be this, by the way. It will not be this. I want to actually get to colouring the vampire room down there. That's my main objective for today. But I want to have that frame of bricks around it, as it will give us a good feel for how the room is finally going to look when all is said and done. I think we'll do a colour right here, just in case we have a crash or anything. So colour on the wall colouring. Kapow. Nice. Now let's just do this last little section. And this, what I'm doing here, by the way, this just gives us a sense. You see here, if I deselect that, just gives us a sense for how this is actually going to end up looking. You know, with our colours and our walls and our shadows. You know, it just gets everything sort of go, okay, you know, like this is blending in. This gives us like a little bit more of a feel for how things are going to look. So I'm going to do the same with this section here. I might do this section here while we're dealing with this. And then I'm going to throw the object back into throw the layer back into a smart object. And then that makes it easier for processing. Alright. Apparently I got tricky-dicky with some of the colouring, or some drawing here, so hold on a sec. I decided to do like little broken bricks there. There we go. Alex Vixen. So your group that you went to, because your babysitter couldn't get out of her game, helped you build a fighter, mighty in muscle, low in smarts, strength 1800, con 18, int whiz 8. Alright. Didn't quite understand that jumping the Balor and strangling it would be a stupid plan. Hey, let's just say you were in character. The party had forgotten Deezer? And a ring of warmth which protected her from Balor flames. Oh, right, okay, cool. She went down into Bard Saga as Deezer Demonbane. Oh, nice, you choked out Balor. Oh, good job. Hey, GL, Green Lantern in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Wall colouring, let's get that in there. So Alex Vixen, not my party, but the story that actually got me into gaming is I was actually wargaming. I was a geek nerd at school, and my friends were geeks, nerds, you know, computer class, chess class, all the rest of it, and they were heavy into wargaming. And I got into wargaming with them because I painted some miniatures one day, and I was like, well, now I want to actually play because these are really, really pretty. So I got into wargaming, and one day at a wargaming club, it's quite common in England, and the game's kind of boring. You know, the type of war game where you literally take one move every, 3 hours. It's that type of game. And there's a group in the corner of this wargame club, and I remember it to this day. I remember the line, "You killed my wraith with a +1 dagger!" And that must have been the GM talking to one of his players, pulling off this heroic feat, which I learned later was his paladin falling down through the sky, wrestling with some kind of wraith or spectre or something like that. And he killed it with a +1 dagger, which I guess was probably their only magical item. And they were having so much fun compared to me that I remember sitting there in this wargaming group and listening to this little table in the corner and going, well, what are they playing? And it was like Dungeons and Dragons, like Blue Box or something like that. And that weekend I went off and I bought myself Dungeons and Dragons. And that was it. The rest is history. I feel like we should do this wall here because it's right next to everything we're doing. Yeah, go on. I'm getting distracted a little bit, but let's do it. GL, I will actually, my friend, zoom out a little bit for you. I'm in an area that looks pretty rough right now. Oh god, there's a hole in my brick. There's a hole in my brick, dear Liza. So, okay, let's undo that particular selection. So what happens with these selects? If when I'm drawing the brick, there's a gap, the select spills out. That's what's going on. Alright, so let's just fill this wall in here. And then we're going to be done with these bricks just for a moment. And let's get a little bit of fill action going on here. So yeah, this is a rough area of the dungeon because everything's kind of in a partial state. But we're kind of beginning to join some of them a little bit like a quilt right here. We're going to work on what is the vampire harem right there tonight. I've been working on this room. I wanted it to have a floor that looked a little bit sort of almost like blood red. So I've been working on that. This odd area here is going to have a throne on it, which is why I wanted to make it a little bit special. And then this outer wall, I wanted this outer wall to be blood red, but not quite, kind of like you're leading into something, hence sort of picking that color as a base. I've been working on bricks because I want to have some context for how my floors are gonna look. Oh, that had a big hole in it. That was pretty sloppy. Alright. I don't know where the hole was on these two, but one of those had a hole on it too. But there we go. Okay. So this gives us some... You can actually sort of see that area beginning to take shape now, I think, a little bit better. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to convert that wall color into a smart object, which kind of kicks it out of this file to one side, and it's referenced by Photoshop, so it's easier on resources. We're going to jump into that vampire room. Now, if we get the vampire room done tonight, I'm then going to move to this background here. We're going to take our painting, and we're going to start bringing it up into this area here. Okay, so first things first, wall colouring, then we're going to save it, then vampire harem. Now, all of these rooms, by the way, get decoration later. They're like, if the room is a storage room, we add storage objects. If the room is described as having a throne in it, we're going to draw a throne. The dark red room to the left there has one of those. The vampire harem, the description doesn't quite map the sky cam that you can see above me. The sky cam above me has got like coffins and shit scattered across it. The room description, that's not the impression I was getting, but we're going to be adding something to it. We may even throw down some rugs and shit like that on top of the floor. Right now, we're just getting our walls and our floors in position, and then we're going to come back through room by room by room, and we're going to draw in all of the details. Then we're going to add some cobwebs, we're going to add some sand dust, piles in the corners, you know, that type of shit. Personalize every single room. Alright, so this here, actually the colouring, we are going to convert to a smart object, let Photoshop just do its thing. Yeah, GL, it's been a while since you've been in, and we've been just trucking along. Even if I didn't stream, I've been typically working on the map off camera. Just keeping things pushing along. We're not that far away. I think my objective was end of next week or middle of next week or something like that, being done with our core stuff. And so end of July, moving into August, actually doing the room details. Alex. Sounds like a story that was printed in Dragon Magazine. The paladin from his horse tackles a demogorgon, the rest of the party ran away, and it levitates up into the air with the paladin. Oh. And the only magical weapon he has is a +1 dagger. Wait a hot. Whoa! 400 feet up, and the paladin kills the demon, falls to the ground as the party reappears. They approach a paladin who stands up at this point and single hit points, looks at the party and got him. That's magical. That is magical. And eerily similar to how I got into bloody Dungeons and Dragons. I wasn't in the group, disclaimer, but I heard that going on. I'm sure it's not the same group, but exactly that type of shit. Exactly. It was that. The enthusiasm, the energy that these players had around the table. It was like, I want to play that. I mean, I still wargame to this day. I have a lot of wargame armies, and it has a soft spot in my heart. It really does. But that magic, you just don't get that. So, and this all started from you reminiscing, and I think that it's that type of story that's easy to reminisce over. Alright, so we've got our wall now converted to a smart object. I noticed that we've got some funkiness going on here, but that's okay because this is completely unfinished. So we're going to work on that room, I think. Yeah, we're going to work on that room. And then I think we're actually going to work on the floor. And we're going to work on the floor because this is not the final. This is just like the background raw texture. This is like the undercoat, okay? We have to do this all over here. Blend it in. Get everything looking really good. But it will also add a lighting difference. So it's going to be more like this here. The background is going to be a little bit darker than the wall. So the wall is going to stand out from the background. That is my objective. And right now, they're a little bit too similar, particularly because this, which is completely different coloring, looks pretty much like this. So if I lighten this up, I think that's going to work. But first, Vampire Harem. So I've actually got a notes area, and I'm going to delete that because we know where we're working now. I came through the whole area basically making notes for what colors I needed to particularly sort of accommodate for. You'll see that I've got it up here. I need to have greens and blacks and that type of thing. This one is white plaster. So this one, coloring floor. I kind of feeling like doing something similar to this, where it's almost like a semi-marble type of thing, but green and red. You know, a little bit like the matching this red that we've got going on here. So we've got this blood red kind of in the back, but like with veins of green. So we're gonna try that. This brown almost has a tinge of green in it, I feel. So let's actually slide in towards this. And we're going to practice it first a little bit. And for the brush, I'm actually going to go with this bad boy right here. And I'm going to try 25. No, I don't think 25 is going to be big enough. It's not. We're going to up it to 50. Okay, so first and foremost, this is my background color. I want to see what's going on there. I don't even know what that is. Like, I literally don't know what that is. Oh, it's coming off my shadow layer. It's coming off my shadow layer. Interesting. Well, I gotta get rid of that. How about I just edit the contents? Am I gonna get away with editing the contents? Let's try it. And then you can see how smart objects work. There we go. I don't know what we're seeing, but it's here. It's there. And I think what I've got is two little pieces that are not white. I think that's what we're seeing. Because remember, this is all white. It's a white block that has an inner shadow on it. So there was some pixels that had not been colored in white. So if I now save that and I go back, we should see that disappear. And I'm wondering if we'll actually see this bit disappear too. Did that save? Oh, it's still saving. Okay, it's done. Now it's updating the smart object. do 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 do. Photoshop. It is a series of white blocks. Seriously now. This particular smart object gets no more complex than what's on the screen right now. Thank you. Yeah, now it's gone. Now it's gone. Weird. Okay, so let's try this. So green and yeah, a nice red, something like that. Let's start with that. Let's do the brush. We're gonna go on our floor coloring, and that's yeah. In fact, I think we can. That feels light. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. Alright, Photoshop, catch up with me. Oh, I'm looking forward to my new machine. So much. So much. I'm pretty sure that this type of thing will be in the past. I definitely need to do a test here, because that's a pretty garish green. Alright, so I want to grab now. We were doing the all-purpose blender. Let's see. Alright, well, I'm just going to wait here for Photoshop to get its finger out of its bloody ass. I feel like it's doing some writing to a scratch disk right now. I feel like that's what it's doing. Have you stopped messing around? Have you stopped messing around? Can I now actually do my job here? No? No? I don't feel like you're done. I don't feel like you're done. You done now? Alright. Come on. Now, yesterday you were working just fine. You're not even going to give me my cursor, are you? Now the question is, has it finished barfing around, and do I dare? Yeah, okay, so now, I think the save was doing something else after it done its saving. I feel like it was doing something on a scratch disk, a slow scratch disk somewhere. Alright, so I remember now, yesterday when we were doing this, I whopped back the strength on this quite a bit. This is too strong. This is not working. I mean, it kind of is when a little bit of darker colors come through, but we are going to actually change this up a little bit. We are going to actually come back to you. We're going to come back to the 50. Actually, I'm going to hit 75. We're going all out. Come on. CPU is just 22%. Memory just 87%. Disk just 3%. What is Photoshop choking on so much right now? So maybe I won't use my scratch disk here. That's actually not much freaking space, is it? I need to look at that. That's a problem. Let's get rid of that. That's low. Let's just use this. That is low. I'm gonna have to look at that. It's actually a little bit more responsive. And let's just throttle that back a little bit. I think that might show some promise. Maybe. I think the green might be a little light. I'm probably going to leave it. Yeah, let's continue like we are with this. Alright, so back to this, back to 75. And let's do the reds first. Let's do it. Oh, I was going to go a little bit darker, wasn't I? But let's just do some little streaks through here. And darker. I think I'm going to draw flags on this too. I think I'm going to draw flags. And then actually draw black marble streaks. Maybe black. Yeah, maybe black marble streaks. And these dots and shit. Yeah, but I'm gonna get the whole floor done in this base color first. Alright. Cave, what are you working on right now? Working on digesting dinner. Ha ha, hardy, ha ha ha. GL, what Discord would you post them to? Like what group? Ah, gotcha. I didn't know Cape Geek actually had a Discord. I think that just demonstrates what a bad friend I am. Cape Geek, honestly, man, I think I actually have a game on Saturday. I'm pretty sure actually I do. And I don't think it's affiliated in any way with Founders and Legends. And I'm feeling pretty like pushed for time, so I wasn't actually going to participate in it myself. Also, have you seen the freaking legends that are in that thing? I am not worthy to fucking clear up their sputum, my friend. It is way out of my league. Yeah, those are the ones. Those are the ones. I'm gonna actually finish a section of this floor. I'm actually gonna draw in like some marble striations and spots and shit like that. I'm actually tempted, honestly, to delete this entire floor because I'm actually not okay with the color scheme. I'm thinking about going back to the book and rereading the description and seeing what we can do with it, because this is not actually floating my boat right now. Oh, let's leave it on there. Cave, we are definitely going to be playing together at some point. Without a doubt. That is definitely something that's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to be at Founders and Legends. Unless somehow we end up in the same game. I am playing, like I say, I am playing a game on Saturday. But I don't think it's got anything to do with Founders and Legends. Maybe this will work. It's gonna take a few approaches, but maybe this will work. Maybe this is not looking too shabby. Maybe this will work. Yeah, actually, maybe it will. Maybe I don't have to delete this floor. I think I'm okay with this. This section right here. Maybe a little less on the green, a little bit more towards the red, but yeah, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna roll with it. Alex, I hear you. I hear you on that. There's honestly, there's probably more people in there that I should know that I don't know. Like, I just don't know them. Okay, let's, I guess let's come up to, I don't know, let's just keep on drawing bloody blocks. Let's just draw blocks. And then we can get back into the colouring. I think this room is actually going to take a lot of colouring. Maybe it will finish tomorrow night, but we'll keep going. We'll push as far as we can tonight as well. Hello, Dungeon Tomb. Dungeon Tomb is in the house. Everyone, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning his time right now. I don't even know why he's up and about. And thank you, Dungeon Tomb. That's very much appreciated. If you'd actually been in the channel a little bit earlier on, you would have seen why I've ordered a new one. Because honestly, my computer was lagging to fook. It's just been time, man. My computer's 10 years old. There are some components that are newer, but my computer is old. And it shows. On a map like this, it just shows. Luke Gygax, yes. I've never played with him, actually. But I'd like to one day. Mike Mills, yes. I mean, Cave Geek talks up Mike Mills pretty well, right? Is that Mike Mills? No, not Mike Mills. Cave Geek talks about someone else, yes. But Mike Mills I've heard good things about. I've never met the fellow, to my knowledge. I tend to forget people. Yeah, the 64 gig of RAM wasn't cheap, that RAM, but yes, that alone should add some serious oomph to things. But also, in fact, I'll save it now. The speed of the hard drives, the extra hard drive space I'm gonna have, it just. Yeah, Cave, I can barely remember your name. I can barely remember Jack's name. I don't remember names. We joke that Jack is my Posca. That he walks behind me, telling me who people are at conventions. Honestly, sometimes that's exactly what's going on. I don't want to do it like that, I want to do it like this. Yeah, my SSD is my main drive, and then back in the day, it was a pretty fast, solid state as a secondary. It ain't so quick anymore, and it's not big enough. And it's funny too, because I said I would keep my computer until it would not do what I needed it to do. And I haven't not really noticed a consistent problem that, was gonna make me invoke that rule. But when I did start noticing problems, oh my god, they wouldn't stop. Like the fact that on stream just before, I actually showed that I've got something like 50 gig of free space on one of the largest drives I have in my system. It's like, well, where the hell did that happen? It's like a tower of cards and it's just come tumbling down. And Photoshop has been really barfing recently. That was one of the main catalysts. Well, that and Cyberpunk 2077, of course. Jack and I are actually taking a week off work to play Cyberpunk 2077 when it comes out. And how sad would it be if this computer wouldn't run it? I mean, come on. see if we can get half the room coloured. That'd be kind of cool. How have you been, Dungeon, anyway?
Right, let's do a little bit of colouring. I was gonna go for maybe another half hour or so. So let's see how much colouring we can get done in that time. So colouring floor. Let's get our red in here first. Let's get a nice dark red. That will do, but let's up the thickness here. Something like that.
I don't want it to be too green. So I'm going to introduce a little bit of red in these. We're going to bring it up to about this point here. And then we'll come back through, maybe with a little bit of green, but definitely with the splatter, definitely with the black lines in there. So let's blend these suckers in a little bit. All-purpose blend right there. Get a little bit of red in these. Alright. Let's get the detailing in here. Just gonna take a step back just for a moment, take a look. Take a drink of water. Yeah, taking shape. One tile at a time, this is taking shape. And this room actually, honestly, is not looking too shabby either. Now we've got half of it done and we've drawn in the stone blocks. I'm liking it a little bit more. I feel that that was what was missing to begin with. Just gonna get some soft, almost marble-like striations in here.
Thought for a moment I was on the wrong bloody layer. I was about to shipwrecks. I mean, I've done that before, right? I mean, I screwed up a level of Teagle. I mean, the final result was fine, but partway through, I mean, I fucked up the layers on Teagle. Definitely lost some Photoshop points from that. Right, now let's soften them off a little bit. They're not looking too bad, but I want to just soften the edges off just a work a bit. So we'll go with the all-purpose blend, but we're going to reduce the pressure down, not to 1, but to 11. Green Lantern, or Loon Toon, is currently working on 5 ninjas, 1 Oni, and a Valkyrie on a Pegasus. Valkyrie on a Pegasus. And an Oni. Alright, cool. A Samurai Lord on a horseback. I can't say anything about minis, as Cave Geek will attest. I am certainly not going to tell anyone that they have a mini problem. Let's just say that. But good on you for actually painting your minis. I have a miniature problem and I'm a slow ass painter. That's not a good combination. I think I'm okay with how this is coming out. I think I'm okay with this. I might even cheat it, grab this floor and mirror it up to the top, then we only have to draw the green on. Hey, you're painting way more than me, my friend, okay? I've got like 254mm miniatures in progress right now. No, a 28mm dragon and a George Washington 54mm. And I've been at them way too freaking long because I don't sit down like, you know, with miniatures and paint as much as I would like to. It's like, how can we get more fun into our lives? I need more of that. I'm in a map, I do my day job, and I play games, but I don't play any board games, and I wish I did. I don't play any war games, and I wish I did. It's like, I need 2 lives. Night Heaven! You know the pain. You know the pain. Exactly. It's like, I love miniatures, and I really do love painting them, but I am slow as molasses. No, I really, really, really am. I'm very particular, and it's just, I'm too particular. I've seen miniatures get painted in, like, honestly, 10 times speed, and they're cruder, but they look great and they get the job done, and I I just can't do that. It's like I approach miniature painting a little bit like my maps. Slow as fuck. I'm just slow. I just am. Little darker than I was intending. I might have gone a little bit heavy with a little bit of splatters of blood there. But I'm gonna let it roll. I'm just gonna let it roll. It's particularly in the centre. I might come back through. Because what I'm gonna do is I think I am gonna grab... Oh, maybe I am. No, I'm not. I don't want to shoot. I don't want to shoot. I think if I sit down... with a miniature and I just put in, or even miniatures, okay? I painted Sharps rifles in 28mm and they look great and it didn't take me that long. You know, I used to paint a lot of Romans, 15mm and 28s. And I've got hundreds of them. So I know when I do sit down and I crunch it, I can really get some painting done. Honestly, it's rare nowadays. It's rare that I actually do it. But the last few Fridays, I've not painted. I think we need darker. I think we need a darker kind of grout here. But maybe I'm going to come back over the top with a darker to get that sort of gritty feel. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I think what we're going to do, it is only Tuesday this week. I am going to finish this half of the Vampire Harem. And tomorrow we're going to do the other half. I think that's how we're going to do this. So we're gonna get our floor bits here then. That one I don't like, let's just take that back. Alright, Cave, see you later, man. I managed to get, with my wargaming armies, a balance between mass-produce painting, so to speak, and also individual attention. I managed to actually, I think, strike a reasonable balance. And part of that was, honestly, I would lavish attention on commanders and stuff. You know, so, you know, if I'm painting up a cohort, or a century, I should say, of Romans, then the Optio and the Centurion got love. And then the other ones I would put a little bit of attention on and it'd be fine. But as a unit, and then I base the fuck out of them. I love my basing. Then you put the unit together and the unit would just be mwah. Or a commander stand or something, you know, a guy on a horse with some dude next to him. Lavish attention on those. And that's how I kind of got my lavish fix. Alright. Did I do that one? Did I do that one? Ah, there was a one here I didn't do. I knew I missed a piece. And I've already kind of come in with my darker sand here, so I'm going to have to come back in a moment and do the lighter sand. And I've got to kind of paint the pattern on these two, but we'll come back to that. Where is this? Okay, so while I'm here, hold on. So that should be that color. So let's grab this color. Yeah. And then we're gonna grab a darker. There we go. Now that looks like a broken piece. That's good. That's good. Lovely. Lovely. Down with that. Okay. Back to the sand. I am actually getting bloody hungry. I am definitely gonna finish up this bit right here, and then we are gonna resume tomorrow because I gotta eat. Okay, that's great. That's good. That's exactly what I wanted to get. That's good too. Fantastic. That's. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's just. I just want to soften up those. There we go. A little bit more like. Little like gravel bits sort of poking through versus lines. There you go. That will work. That will work there too. That's all good. Yeah. Alright. First half, I think, of the vampire room or the vampire harem. I think that's gonna work. So tomorrow night we are gonna do this half. In fact, we're a little bit beyond half, but we're gonna finish this half here. So let's just zoom out a little bit. So tonight we got our general walls in, just base color. We've got a lot of details to do on them, but we got them in. We've got our floor in. We've got to come back over the floor, do a little bit of work on that, but we did get it up to where we've got this pure white marble piece. We've got all of this button up. That's not looking too shabby. We cleaned up this area here a little bit. I think tomorrow night we're going to work on the other half of this. That's going to go quick. And then we're going to work on the background. We're going to actually, and at some points I've got to come in here, but whatever.
We're going to actually paint in all of this background all around there. Then that will mean, well, that'll be Wednesday night. We're definitely going to be able to do that tomorrow night. So that means the white plaster room over here needs some love. We've got some stairs to draw in here. There's like 4 flights of stairs, if not 5 flights of stairs to draw in. But that shouldn't take too long. That does mean that next week we're going to be working on this monstrous room up here. But at that point, we're getting really bloody close. So I still think that working towards the end of next week on this thing is definitely viable. And the vampire room is taking on the feel of what I wanted it to be, like a grungier version of what is to the left of it. We've got this throne room, it's blood, the pillars are going to be glowing red. Then we've got the vampire room behind it. It's described as being all kind of smelly and shit, with coffins scattered everywhere. You can see it right above my head. And this has got a vibe of that. This has got a vibe of something that's kind of a bit grungy. So I'm okay with it. Do I have photos of some of the minutes I've done? Actually, like me or Night Heron? Which one of us? If you want me to share some minutes, I'm happy to do it right now, but it depends. If you talk to Night Heron, I can't answer. Oh, you do? Please share them. If you've got links, share them. Before I end the stream, share them. Let's take a look. I'd love to see your miniature painting. While you're doing that, I'm going to hit save on this map. Yeah, definitely work the background a little bit tomorrow, I think. Yeah. See if we can just finish that side. Okay, here we go. Alex Vixen, miniatures. Looks like we've got 2 links here, so 1 and 2. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, very nice. Boo. Very nice. What type of miniature is that? Very nice. Beast Mistress. Beast Mistress. Never seen that miniature before. That's kind of cool. What have we got here? I love the pattern, by the way. Seska Cloud Dancer. So do you tend to put like the on the base the actual name? Is that what you tend to do? Let's take a closer look at this one here. Nice. Nice choice of colours too. Right on. Right on. Got a little bit of shading going on here too. Good, good, good. Seska Cloud Dancer. There's 4 links, is there? Oh, there are. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. We got Bish and Bish. Oh, it's a modified one. Oh, very... Wow. Wow, excuse the hell out of me. You went all out on this one. Gideon. Get your kills on him and everything. I love it. For some reason, I didn't expect something like that to pop up. That's fantastic. My God, you put some love into that one. Alright, this one. Oh, that one's blurred. See, that's for scale. There we go. Alex, thank you for sharing them. Seriously, Alex Vixen. Bringing the painting to the channel. Look at this. Wow, that pow. That's really cool. That's really, really, really cool. Thank you for sharing them. One thing I love about this channel is there's so many people that are actually really creative and extremely talented. And they share their work. They share it all of the time, and I love seeing what you guys and girls are working on. And so thank you for sharing them, because I love miniatures and I love miniature painting and I love seeing what other people are doing, and the fact that you
shared it. Thank you. They look awesome. So with that said, what a great way to finish the stream. Tomorrow night, back into the vampire harem and get some of this stonework done behind the scenes. So let's get that done. Then that's going to start making the right side of that map look pretty solid. So let's do that tomorrow night. Then later in the week, we can start working on the left side. And then at some point, we're going to work on that big room up the top there. We'll come back to that because it's got so many descriptions. It's got so many locations in there. I can't even deal right now. So see you tomorrow night. I'll be back. Usual time, usual stream, usual shenanigans. And maybe, did you notice I didn't drink one drink tonight? That's basically teetotal at this point. Maybe we'll behave tomorrow night as well. Until then, I love you all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Love talking to you. Everyone have a great night, and I'll see you on the flip side.